Okay, so we're talking now about the trail through the Eloise Butler area, as we refer to it. There's been some fairly dramatic changes over there from years past. You'll remember the one very memorable hill in the Eloise Butler area is Gronquist Hill. That was a fairly steep incline that went up from a fairly flat area until you got up, into a meadow up top. That hill was disturbing to the friends of Eloise Butler and the Bryn Mawr folks that had been there for years. And so a few years ago, we went through a process with the park board to figure out what to do, and the result of that was the idea that that trail would eventually be rerouted. Well, the park board figured out how to do that this summer and actually did reroute the trail. So now, kind of walking you through with that reroute, you start out by the tennis courts, just like you did in years past. You start kind of a gentle climb through the woods, with some turns, and then you get up to the top of that area, and then you're going to bear right in order to go across a little picnic area. The picnic pavilion is kind of back a little bit behind you to your right, and then you go down and across and then up to Gronquist Hill. But you don't take that right-hand turn out of the woods across the picnic pavilion area now. You continue straight. There was a single track there. We used that single track in the trail loped, if that's helpful at all. It was kind of the first pinch point in the trail loped. So you continue along there. It's a nice swooping trail with a little down, a little up, and then eventually you cross through another little meadow, and then take a swooping left out of that meadow, down quite a hill, and then you're going to take a swooping right, and it's all been very nicely graded by the park board folks. And then continue. Now you're going straight up, and this will be the signature hill in the area now, the new Gronquist Hill. That hill is going to take your breath away, but you'll get at least a quarter of the way up the hill probably from the downhill, because it's one right into the next. And just to kind of get your bearings on where this is, if you remember in the first couple years of the race, we went up near Xerxes Avenue, and there was an asphalt trail that we followed, and it actually doubled back to climb up that same hill. Well, now we're crossing that same asphalt trail at a right angle. And we're actually on the downside about 6 feet above the asphalt trail. There's that much fill that's they've put in there in order to make it a nice ramp up. So it's nice and wide. It's a pretty nice grade. It's only at the very top that you probably are going to have to herringbone if you're classic skiing. We think it's going to be a good substitute for the old Gronquist Hill.